Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Maurice Brown Show, sponsored by MAGNOS Dentistry out of Belo Horizonte, Brazil. This is the NFL edition with the homies, and we are going to invite the homies out all the way from Wilson, North Carolina. Bill Pender and Milton Bynum. What's up, fellas?
What's up?
Going on, Coach?
How y'all doing? What's up?
Hey,
Hello.
everything is good. Everything is good. We had some interesting action go down this past weekend in the NFL. Some interesting results. I think, Bill, you got the closest, I think, to nailing this. I think you picked Denver and Seattle, didn't you? Did you not?
Yeah, I did. Yeah, I did.
You nailed that one, and this is going to be an interesting Super Bowl. But before I get into that, I want to talk about some things that went down in the NFL today as far as coaching hires. And the first one was Todd Monken in getting hired by the Cleveland Browns as the head coach. And I don't know if you guys are aware of this or not, but Todd Monken was the OC in Baltimore.
Correct.
And I was not, I don't know about y'all, but I was not impressed with him at all as the OC in Baltimore. And it's amazing how these coaching carousels go round and round. And look, there's some African American candidates out there that can't even get an interview, and then you hire this guy. This guy got John Harbaugh fired because of. I mean, you got Derek Henry. I'm about to go on a rant. I'm gonna turn it over to you, Milt. What's your take on Todd Monken?
He wasn't all. I mean, he could have did better to a point, but you got to look at it like this too. You got you kind of coach Lamar, so it's a give or take. It's a quarterback standpoint, and it's he let him do his own thing and stuff like that. So it's kind of he ain't like a pocket quarterback. Lamar been playing pocket quarterback during the regular season. But when it comes to the playoff time, that's when you need to let the gloves off. But I guess to a point, as far as like somebody used to coaching somebody that's like a pocket quarterback and somebody just like do their own thing, it's a little different. But then again, I guess you should be used to him by now because he's been coaching for a while. So like that stuff. So it's kind of hard to say, but it's like I guess you could expect more out of him to a certain point, but I guess to a point is he won't doing. I guess in the coach's eyes, he won't that bad as people thought because Harbaugh didn't fire him.
No, and it might be why Harbaugh doesn't have a job because he didn't wake up early enough in the game and maybe terminate that guy. That was it. And playing that buddy game backfired on him. Bill, what are your thoughts on Todd Monken being the head coach in Cleveland?
He didn't impress me a whole lot, as far as, on the offensive wise, I think a lot of stuff that happened in Baltimore was, based on the receivers and their ability to catch the ball. I don't think it was more scheme, anything that he drew up. I think it was just the athleticism of, the people that, that Lamar had to work with that made that made some of the games more exciting than what we actually thought they were. Thinking that they were the scheme, but it wasn't really the scheme. I think it's just the players themselves making plays. It doesn't impress me, just like what Milt said. But it's a wait and see type of thing now. It's wait and see.
It's a wait and see kind of thing. I think what bugs me is the fact that I'm looking at Derrick Henry. And you're not using him. This guy's a battering ram. I don't care that he fumbled the ball in a key game in a key moment. He might have done it twice. If you look at his record, he doesn't fumble. And so we're not going to worry about, a mistake here and there that he made. That's King Henry right there.
Exactly.
You keep giving him the rock, and he stopped doing it, and he tried to be exotic. These coaches now, they try to be all exotic with their play call. Hey, man, give him the ball. And so I think that's why Baltimore missed the playoffs. I think that's why Baltimore didn't go on a big run, because they stopped giving him the ball. I think the one time they gave him a heavy dose was against Green Bay at Lambeau, and I think it ran for like 300 yards.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, it's like where's this been all year? And so now you're going to hire this guy, Todd Monken? No, man, I just don't. First of all, the Cleveland Browns don't even know what they're doing. Cleveland has no idea what they're doing, and as I talk about Cleveland, it leads me to Shedeur Sanders. At this point, it looks like he's going to be the starter going into next year. I'll ask you, Milt, what happens next for Shedeur and his career, up or down?
I give it 50%, and it seems like he had to start all over again by proving himself. Okay. Because the coach gonna have an attitude like, okay, that was last year, that was him. Show me what you can do. I'm the coach now. So it gonna be that type of stuff. It's like he got to revamp himself all over again. I think personally.
Okay, Bill, what are your thoughts on that? What do you think about Shedeur going into next season?
What you have to do, man, is develop a scheme comparable to his skills. Know what his strengths are, know what his weaknesses are. First and foremost, you got to put an offensive line in front of him to protect him, to keep him upright. You got to put some playmakers out on the edges to help him out a little bit, and give him some playmakers in the backfield, man. It ain't hard to figure out. It's just making the X's and O's work.
Yeah, I mean it's not hard to figure out. I just don't want him to be poisoned by Todd Monken.
Yeah.
I just don't think this guy he's not the dude at all. And I'm going to say this real quick I'm going to get on my soapbox real quick, and then I'm going to get off. When you look at guys like Eric Bynum, who is I think he started out as the OC with Kansas City. Correct. And then I think he interviewed for a job, and I don't know if he got passed over or not, but he did get passed over. He became the OC with the Commanders.
Correct.
And then he got, I think this past year, was he with the Eagles?
I think he was off the grid. Now he with what's called now.
So now he's back with KC.
Right.
Question is, why doesn't he have a head coaching job?
Yeah. I mean, that was the question, even, when doing his first stint at KC, man, when, people were asking why is he not getting the opportunities? Nobody knows, man. You hate to throw white and black out there, throw that race card out there, because that's something easy to do at the end of the day. But
I'll put it to you, Bill, I'll say this. I don't, that's why I say I'm going to get on my soapbox real quick and jump off. I don't want to make it that, but when you get a bum like Todd Monken, you give a bum like him a job. This guy's a bum. I'm sorry. He's a bum. And you're not even going to look at Brian Flores in Minnesota. You're not going to interview Eric Bynum.
Byron Leftwich.
You're not going to interview Byron Leftwich. You're not even going to think about this guy. Come on, man.
Well, Bynum, he's old school. He's old school because they had a little controversy when he was at Washington about the way he handled the players and the way he talked to them. And he old school, and the players didn't like the way he was talking to them, like didn't accept the fact like they wasn't grown, all that kind of stuff. That was part of it. Secondly, a lot of people passed up on the job.
On the Cleveland job?
Correct.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. A lot of people passed up on it. They did. They passed up on it. So it was hard to get somebody up in there.
Ain't no glamorous job. I don't think it's a job that everybody's like
running
to the front door for. I don't think.
Yeah.
Well, when you look at it like that, I mean, I guess there's some credence to it, but from what I understand, these guys didn't even get an interview,
right?
And you're right. There was a talk about Bynum being a little bit too rough with the players. The guys weren't feeling him in Washington.
Right.
The players were not.
Mm-hmm.
But you know, I just and here's the last thing I'm gonna say about it. I'll go to the next topic. The
Mm-hmm.
one thing that, you know, I feel that our African American young men need to realize is that, hey man, put some dirt on it and keep moving. See, these kids can't take anything. The feelings get hurt too easy.
Yeah.
That's the problem with our society. You can't take anything.
And you know, you can't really blame the kids too much. You know, you got to blame for that.
Who's
the parents?
Well, yes.
You can't say nothing to them.
You can't say anything to them.
And that's the problem.
You know, they're being coddled. You know, and you know, they're being told that they're doing great when they're doing bad.
Yep.
They're being given medals when they didn't win.
Correct.
You know, all this type of stuff. It adds up. You know, a guy like Eric Bynum, I bet he did the same thing in Kansas City under Andy Reid, and you saw how much they won.
He did that. And another thing too, when you get to a point that you can't say nothing to people, and then when they get to a point and they life, they skill set or they fame get higher than what it is, and they know they worth, you can't say too much to that. Because looking like, I make more than you, can't tell me what to do. You complain about this and complain about that. And next thing you know, whose side you think they're going to take? They're going to take the player side.
That's right. They're going to take the player side in today's game. In today's you got all these, dude, you got all these kids jumping in the portal. I mean, I'm glad they're getting paid. I think they should get their money. I'm not against that, but it's out of control. There doesn't seem to be any control about it. This kid from Duke, Mensa, now is with the Miami Hurricanes. He tried to go, and then they had a dispute over it. I don't know what that was all about, but now he's going to Miami. You had the kid at the University of Washington. They said, you're not going anywhere. You know, and then they had to get into a legal battle and this, that, and the other. But my point is that these kids today are entitled.
Yeah, and to me personally, if I own a franchise, personally, I put stipulation on things.
Yeah.
I put stipulation on things. So like, if you can be how you want to be, but if I draft you to get this amount of yards at this amount of for your let's say you're a rookie, and I know your stats when college with this. Okay, for me, on my level of being a professional, I might say, well, you get these amount of throws, I expect you get 700-800 yards for this year. I expect you get this. I expect you get this, that. I have all that in contract stipulations. So when you don't meet the criteria of my contract, guess what? I can eliminate some things that you might not like. But the point is, you're going against the grain. It's in the contract. The stipulation applies you to do what you need to do to get my money worth out of you. So if you act like a fool, stipulation can be in there too. I can get this amount. You can have much food you want to, but I can get this, get that. Stipulation should be in all certain situations, so everybody wins to a point. Because the person don't win that think they all that might be acting up, but the owners win because like an insurance policy for the franchise.
I remember when we went to Margaret Heron High elementary school. I think I was in the first grade. Y'all remember Miss Boykin? She was the she was the principal over there. She got on the mic, said, Maurice Brown, report to the office. I went. And man, she got that paddle. And I think she had a name for it. I don't know if it was Bone Crusher. I don't know what the name of it was, but dude, my bones was crushed.
Yeah, hey. She always wear a little like loop short hairstyle on a skirt. I think yeah. And she weigh about 200 pounds, 200 pounds. Yeah, big lady.
Yeah. I thought that was Mr. Hines that had the paddles with the flavors and stuff.
I think he had the Tutti Frutti.
Yeah. I think he had Tutti Frutti and Spearmint. Because he got Mark one day, man. He got Mark, but Mark Davis to this day blames me for it. To this day, very day.
Man, that's funny. But you know what though? Bill, they got all of us.
Yeah, they got all of us.
We all got our turn, man.
Yeah, Miss Blanche Taylor got me and Trinice Spate. Sure did, man. I was in 8th grade.
Man, I remember the stuff that we went through. It didn't kill any of us, man. It made us better people, man.
Sure did,
Next
man.
door neighbor would spank you. If they saw you throw a snowball at a bus, at a school bus, Miss Curry would get you.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then to tell your mom about it, I go home, then my mom would get me.
Yeah.
Already.
Yeah. They back then they had passes, man.
Yeah, man. And that stuff,
Back then they had passes. They don't have those passes today.
Oh man, I'll tell you right now, these kids they would survive the stuff
They wouldn't survive. They wouldn't survive, man. They wouldn't survive. Sure wouldn't.
That was just my take on it. I would like to see, more African American coaches get a fair shot. That's all I'm saying. If you hire a guy that hadn't shown that they have that star quality to them, and there's some guys that are legit, straight up great hires. You look at Kyle Shanahan, guy's a genius. The guy Mike McDaniels in Miami, he just took the OC job with the Chargers. Guy's a genius. He didn't even look like a football player, but he knows what he's doing.
Yep.
You know what I mean? I respect guys like that. If you know the game, man, if you could draw it up, all more power to you.
Yeah.
But anyway, that being said, now we're looking at the Super Bowl. We got the Seattle Seahawks and the New England Patriots. So here's the deal on this. So we look at this situation. And we go, okay, we got the Patriots. They lost Tom Brady, became one of the worst teams in the league, whiffed on a quarterback and coach hire, drafted another quarterback, and got back to the Super Bowl all before Josh Allen could get there. And this is the reaction.
You can throw my quarterback in there too.
Say what, Bill?
You can throw my quarterback in there too.
Oh no, that yeah. Hey, dude. Hey, Bill. I got to ask. Since you brought that, I got to ask you. just being 100, Bill. I just out of curiosity. Going into next year, after all that happened last year, because I think you would admit there was something to feel good about, even though you didn't make the playoffs. What's your feeling going into next season?
Defense, man. Defense.
Okay.
Defense. Okay. You got pieces on offense.
Right.
I might see you probably drafting a head end maybe at some point in time, but I see you drafting, to start off with defense. You need an edge rusher, and you need some guys back in, the cover.
Right.
So you need some linebackers.
Okay. I think that's well. So with that being said, what would be your prognostication in your front office dealing with that effectively?
Make the deals that the GM in Philadelphia makes. They make impact. They get players that make immediate impacts to a team, man. That I'm looking at that. I got to give Philly's GM the nod, man. He doesn't sit on his hands when it comes to getting players that can make a difference.
No, he doesn't. He goes for it.
Yeah, he goes for it.
He absolutely goes for it. Milt, what would you say about Dallas going into next year?
I think Dallas need to get a veteran defensive end and get one veteran corner and grow from there.
Yeah,
what they got.
Yeah,
I think. Cause I think their linebackers ain't that bad, stuff like that. Their problem is staying healthy. To point.
And it might be just scheme. It might be just scheme, man. It might be scheme.
Okay.
Because I know Murray, one of the linebackers, they were trying to get it. They were going after his head all season because he was out of place so much during the course of the season.
And
how many years he been there?
I'm looking at DeMarcus Lawrence. I know that just eats at you to see how effective he is with Seattle.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I mean, he said it. I give the dude all the praise. He said we're not going to win a championship here. We're not going to win a championship here with doing the same old things.
Yeah.
And I don't feel any ill will. I'm happy for the dude. That's what the game is all about, is trying to get to where he's going to be at in 2 weeks.
But Bill, here's what's crazy is Jerry Jones didn't act with a sense of urgency to keep him. He let him walk right out the door.
Walk out right out the door. That's the consequences. That's the consequences of it all, man.
And he is playing like a beast for Seattle.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then
it's like he's rejuvenated. It's like he's young again.
Yeah. Oh, no, there's no question about it, man. There he is sitting in the Super Bowl. I'll tell you right now, Jerry, I'm not even going to bring up Micah Parsons. So yeah, man, look, let's switch topics because I know you don't want to keep talking about that, Bill. With that, and things might go well for you next year. You never know. Just got to get the defense addressed.
Poochie, I got 30 years of this in me, man. I got scar tissue over scar tissue over. I got 30 years of scar tissue.
Hey, Bill, has it been that long since the last Super Bowl? Man.
Oh, man.
Wow.
Yeah, I was 5 years into my career last time we won something.
Dang, got it. That is utterly amazing, dude. Well, let's switch over to Super Bowl 60. And that's going to be February the 8th on NBC Peacock. That's going to be at 6:30 p.m. The New England Patriots, who would have thunk it, and the Seattle Seahawks in the Super Bowl. And these are two non-playoff teams from last year.
Exactly. Our first, I think.
This might be a first.
I think it's the first, man.
And then you look at the unlikely kid from North Carolina, Drake May. 23 years old, starting in the Super. Now, he's not Tom Brady, but I tell you what, he's not too bad. But I think he might. I think my first of all, before I give my opinion, Milton, what you think?
What I think about who gonna win, or what I think about the situation, or what?
Well. First of all, as far as the game itself, what are your thoughts?
I think it'll be a good game, per se, the first half.
Yeah.
After that, Seattle gonna kill them.
Yeah. Okay.
Because, like I said, the same thing about my man William for Chicago and all. Drake May, all these guys, they're on the right track. They are. They're on the right track. They got the right coaching staff in play. They're on the right track where they're at. If they reach the same pinnacle next year, even close to that, in the playoff 1 or 2 runs or whatever, and he playing like he playing now, get a little bit better, you really gonna be looking at something. You're looking like another Tom Brady to a certain point, but a young version of it. And it's something to really look forward to, look at, because like he got it. He on the right track. He ain't there yet, but he got it though. He on the right track. And Fuzz Light with the quarterback play with Seattle, it's like, hey, Aaron Donald. Donald. His thing is, like I said, if he play a perfect game, they're hard to beat, man.
If he plays a perfect game, I totally agree.
They way around it. They way around it everywhere.
Bill, what's your opinion of this matchup?
First and foremost, man, the weather ain't gonna be a factor. Not unless you got a monsoon coming up out there. I don't, I see everybody out there with short sleeves on and sun shining. But my take on the game is I'm going with Seattle, man. I think their defense is clicking. They pinning their ears back and they're playing. But I won't be surprised if New England wins, because of the way they played in that snow. The way their defense played in that snow.
Yeah.
And May just kept making plays, man. They didn't score a whole lot, but they didn't give up a whole lot either. So It wouldn't surprise me if New England won, but I'm picking Seattle, because of their defense and how they're playing right now and the way Sam Darnold's playing.
Yeah, and I think Seattle is the team to go with here. But I do think that Drake May, and I don't know how y'all feel about this, but this is going to be hard to say because they're in the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
But New England to me has never struck me as a great team. They've done enough to win the games that they're supposed to win. I think they had a very light schedule. I think they got a pass against the Texans. I think C.J. Stroud gave them that game. He gave that game to them and wrapped a bow around it.
I agree with that.
Yeah. Yeah.
And Drake he played very poorly. That Texans defense gave him all he wanted and more. CJ and the thing about it is CJ does this all the time.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't a first for Drake. Drake May plays pretty clean most of the time. The Texans just got to him.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But with CJ, that's what CJ does.
Mm-hmm.
And it cost them this time. And then when I look at Denver, I'm like, well, they didn't have Bo Nix.
Yeah.
You're out there with a backup, and you barely beat. They almost lost to a backup.
Yeah.
So I just look at the Patriots. I'm like, how did these guys get here? They just don't strike me as a great team. Now, when I look at Seattle, I go, to your point, Milt, if Sam Darnold plays clean, they'll blow him out of the stadium. It won't even be a game.
Yeah.
But I will leave out one caveat here.
Mm-hmm.
There's something about that interior rush from New England that could possibly throw Sam Darnold off. Because I'll be honest with you, it's two things. You look at the two playoff wins by the Seahawks. Number one, they were at home with the 12th man.
Mm-hmm.
The 49ers, I don't even know why the 49ers got on the plane.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I don't even know why they showed up.
Mm-hmm.
They did not give the Seahawks a game. Sam Darnold didn't have to think.
Mm-hmm.
And then you look at the Rams, and it's like I said it, all year. I love the Rams. I would have picked the Rams to win the whole thing, but they're not the kind of team that they just don't take care of business.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? It's like, how did you lose that game? They got into a dogfight with Carolina.
Yeah.
Carolina beat them once, and really they should have beat them and knocked them out of the playoffs.
Mm-hmm.
So I just look at, and they got lucky against the Bears.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm looking at Seattle, and I'm like, again, if Darnold does what he's see by this time, right, y'all, I should be convinced that okay, I'm gonna leave. Sam's good. I'm not convinced. I'm still not, the one good thing that New England has to me is a great interior pass rush on defense. They will get at you.
Yeah, but you know gonna slow that down though.
What's that?
Seattle got two good running backs, not one, two.
Yeah, they do. And Darnold has some weapons on the receiving end. What's that kid's name? Njigba and Shaheed Muhammad. Well,
yeah, that ain't nice. Yeah.
So if Darnold can sit back there, you know what? Darnold can get that thing out there in less than 2 seconds.
Yeah.
He could get that thing out there in less than 2 seconds, dude.
He's thinking it
now. I mean, because he knows what he's got.
Right.
So it's going to have to be early. If New England can get at Darnold, I don't care if it's a late hit him late one time.
Mm-hmm.
Knock his helmet off late. You know what I mean? Just if you can get that kid rattled, that would be the only shot New England has. Otherwise, Milt, I'm gonna agree with you. They blow him out.
They're gonna tear him up.
Bill, what you think?
Oh man, this. Oh man, the end of the day, man, I'm gonna tell you, it. I'm just gonna go with. Hold on, guys, hold on.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
At the end of the day, if you can't hold Smith and Jibba,
Yeah.
if you can't hold it number 11 for Seattle,
Yeah.
game's over, man. Game's over.
Yeah.
He was the difference. He was the difference in the last game.
He was.
You can't hold this guy, man. You can't check him.
No.
That's just my take.
Someone said, Bill, that they think he's the best route runner in NFL history, which I'm going, well, I don't know if
I'm not gonna jump on that right now and say best route runner in history. I mean, because he's only a few years into his career.
Yeah, I can't do that. I can't
give you that.
No, I can't do that. Can't do that.
He's good. I'm gonna give you that much. I ain't gonna say the best route runner in history. You know how many people you got to put?
Yeah,
come on, man.
First of all, you got Jerry Rice, number one, and then I'll throw out a guy that a lot of people don't ever think about, but if you asked me who the best route runner that I've ever seen run a route and didn't have any speed was Steve Largent in Seattle.
Yeah.
Steve Largent used to catch bombs on the brothers back in the 80s all the time.
Yeah.
I was like, wow. But I can take it a step further than that. The best route runner, and both of them, the best wide receiving tandem to me, and they don't have the numbers because we live in a numbers game now in this era of sports. It's all about the numbers. It's all about the numbers. And the game has changed so much, you can't look at the numbers. The game is different. The best route runners I've ever seen were John Stallworth and Lynn Swann. That's the best wide receiving tandem I've ever seen. You know, and I'll tell you another one that he barely got into the Hall of Fame was Drew Pearson with Dallas. So anyway, this guy in Jigba, like you said, Bill, let's give him a minute. Hey, yo, Bill, let's give him a minute right now. But hey, Bill, I think you're still on mute. But I just say, it's gonna be good. It's gonna be a good Super Bowl. It's gonna be 6:30, February 8th. This is one of those years where they skip a weekend with the Pro Bowl. Man, what's happened to the Pro Bowl, man?
I don't like it. I mean, the best, the last good Pro Bowl I think I've seen, Sean Taylor was playing.
Yeah,
and he was laying people out in the Pro Bowl,
including the punter.
That was the last good Pro Bowl that I've seen.
Yeah,
is with Sean Taylor. That's the type of football that you're supposed to play.
That you should take it back over to what's called like they used to.
Yeah.
Well, there was a time in the Pro Bowl, man, they used to hit like in the regular season.
Yeah, they should take it back to Hawaii like they used to, man.
They used to crack some heads in the Pro Bowl. So Bill, hey, Bill, you're 100% correct, dude. And now they don't even suit up anymore, and they still call it the Pro Bowl.
Yeah,
they're called the Pro Bowl, man.
Now they're playing 7-on-7 flag. What?
Yeah.
I mean, the lingerie league plays tougher than that.
Yeah. Yeah. I'd rather watch them anyway.
Yeah. I'm like, so yeah, man. So they got that. They have that this Saturday, and then the following week. So it's a 2-week wait. What y'all got planned for the Super Bowl? Anything, Milt?
Not really, man. No, just phone hook up with the fellas, another. So chill out of the house, man. Drink my fruit brewskis and look at it.
Take a couple of soda pops and just watch the game, huh?
Yeah, that's it, man. That's the best. Unless you there at the Super Bowl, home is the best place to be, man.
Yeah. Bill could not agree with you more.
Home's the best place to be.
Yeah.
Because us three, we've been around the block to know it's better at home.
Oh, yeah.
Because you go anywhere else, you always got to pack up and leave, man.
Yeah.
At home, you can sit around and watch Super Bowl in your pajamas.
Yeah. Hey, Bill, you're 100% correct.
Yeah, going out, Poochie is overrated.
Woo.
It's way but it took some time for us to realize that.
It did, didn't it?
Yeah. It took some time for us to realize that it's way overrated.
And I think the reason why we are the way we are now, because we done seen it all, we done it all.
Yeah, it's nothing else. Hey, there's nothing else left out there to see.
Yeah, it's not, man.
You know, and it's not all that. Plus, people don't know how to act nowadays.
Oh no, you're right.
On top of that, you remember we used to be able to go out and see a game and have a pretty good time and go home. Especially you go to these high school games, they fight every Friday night. The fans are fighting.
Mm-hmm.
Kids are fighting over just whatever. But you go to the games now, like me and my son went to see the Redskins and Packers over at FedEx Field a couple of years ago when Aaron Rodgers was there.
Mm-hmm.
You think people go, oh, the Packer fans, they're the nicest people in the world. I went in there, they get in fights with the Redskin fans, security trying to chase Packer fans down. They're running around, they're running away from the police with cheese heads on. Anyway, dude, Bill, you're right. It's better at home, dude.
Fans, man, Packer fans, man. I'm telling you. some of them wear cowboy hats, but Packer fans, man.
Yeah. And it's a Bill. It's better at the crib in your pajamas.
It is, Poochie. It is. It is, man.
Hey, well, fellas, look, we're gonna get out of here. I guess we don't have too much to talk about. We're down to the last game of the year. It's been a great season, so we'll try to get back after the game and just kind of break that one down.
Okay.
Because everybody, I mean, unless you're a Patriot fan or a Seahawk fan, do we really care?
No, we don't. Yeah. We don't, man. Just want to see a good game and some good commercials.
Yeah, just give me let's give me a good game and some good commercials.
That's all I want. That's all I want, man. Good game and good commercials, man. And a good halftime show.
Who's on the halftime this year?
I don't know, man.
Let's see. It's hold up now. Wait a minute.
It ain't Kendrick. It ain't Kendrick Lamar. And
it's gonna be.
It ain't Bruno Mars.
No.
I just had it. It's gonna be because it was a controversy about it because
it's the guy as it was the rabbit dude, the bunny rabbit dude. What's his name?
Bunny?
Yeah.
Who?
Bad Bunny.
He's the guy that said that he didn't want to do a concert here in the United States because of Donald Trump.
Yeah.
Mad Bunny, is that his name? Mad Bunny or something like that?
No, Bad Bunny.
That's it. He's doing the halftime show.
Yeah.
Bad Bunny.
Him and somebody else too. Yeah. Somebody else. Yeah.
Because of his nationality, and he's kind of scared that ICE is going to be there, and and I can understand that. I can truly understand that, man. So.
We're living in a very perilous time in our country right now.
Desperate times, brother. Desperate times.
Because right now you kind of going, what's going to happen next?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, when is it? When does this guy get it that you're about to start World War III, dude?
He don't care. There's a notch on his belt. Everything
or another civil war. Mm-hmm. But I'll leave that for a political show.
Gotcha.
Okay. All right. Yeah.
You go, man.
Huh?
I mean, we could talk a little bit of that too. If we just, as long as we know, we got the facts all together, man. We can talk that too.
Oh yeah, we could, because I mean,
we're all living in it, man. We all dealing with it.
We're all dealing with it, and the problem is nobody is understanding each other.
No,
it's like people just screaming at each other instead of listening to each other. And now we got all this confusion, and the one behind it is the one that's sitting over there at 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue.
Yeah.
He's the one behind all of it.
Yeah.
And what people don't understand is he's not on anybody's side but his.
Oh, yeah.
Those people that are following him, he's got them fooled.
Well, he using his power to the fullest. as being president. He used that word real strongly. President running things like he wants to.
Yeah.
It's like it's just what it is. It's just he using that power real strong, vigorously. That's what he uses. It's like, I'm the president. I'm running that, do like I want to do it. Ain't nothing you can do about it. Ain't nothing you can say about it. That's his mentality. That's what he rolled with. He rolled with that.
There's a way to go about doing things. And the last person the best example of a leader that I've ever seen that knows how to do things the right way was named Barack Obama. That was the last one I saw.
That's the last one I saw.
And I'm just saying,
there's
a way to go about it. He tried to warn us about all this stuff, by the way.
Yeah.
Everything that's going down, he tried to warn us. And we just gonna have to pray now for peace. Jesus Christ is the only one that can handle this. We're just gonna have to be praying like we've never prayed before.
Keep your hands out for it, bro. I mean, what's gonna be done is gonna be done, because that's his will.
Sometimes you have to get chaos to break it down and start anew.
Sometimes you have to do that, Milton.
Yeah,
sometimes it comes down to that.
You have to,
yeah.
You know. But when he, you know how it says in the word, when he shakes, and the only thing that's going to be standing or that will remain are those that belong to him.
Right.
And everything else will fall out. So we have to be praying and holding on like we've never done before in our lives.
And to believe it's going to be better.
Perilous times, man.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So, Milt, you hit that right on the head. Sometimes it comes down to that.
You got to.
But guess what?
The way it seems like it now, to me, that's the only thing left, the way he's running things. To be honest with you. It's the only thing left. Ain't nothing else left but that.
And no one wants to say it out loud, but that's exactly right. I totally agree.
You just gotta hold on, believe, and have faith, and you know, and hope everything be what it be, because like I said, it has to come to that point, because ain't no room for nothing else.
No,
he don't get all that. So ain't no room, just straight. It's just how it's gonna be.
And if you're holding on to him when the shaking's through, you'll be standing.
That's right. Standing with a positive attitude that I made it.
Yes, sir. There's no doubt about it.
Believing do exist.
That's it.
You have to decide to believe. That's it.
That's it. and with that being said, that's our political 2 cents.
That's it.
You know what I'm saying? We're gonna dip out on that. But in the meantime, may the peace of Jesus Christ be with you guys and your families.
Thank you, brother.
Enjoy the games. And for those that have been in and out of the show, thanks for taking a peek and hanging out and listening to a little bit of our expertise. You've been watching the NFL edition with the homies, the Maurice Brown Show, brought to you by MAGNOS Dentistry out of Belo Horizonte, Brazil. So in the meantime, everybody stay safe. And once again, may the peace of Christ be with you and your families, guys. God bless.
Same here.